Real estate agents might make themselves obsolete. In this video, I'm going to explain the #1 way I think that might happen. Here is one of the quickest ways they might do that. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Justin Konikow. With the advent of AI, technology, and data, it's clear as day that the real estate industry is changing every single day at a rapid pace. But there is one burning topic that is not being discussed that I'm going to address here today that I think could be the difference maker in the future of what it means to be a licensed real estate agent. And plot twist, I'm actually an agent. Well, I'm a little bit more than an agent. I actually own a brokerage with my incredibly talented wife and a media production company, but I'm not an agent in the way that you think of real estate agents. So most agents are an independent contractor that work at a big brokerage. They have a cell phone, they're their own marketing, transaction coordination. Maybe they have an assistant or a team, but we're actually more of a company that specializes in the marketing and sales of real estate agents. So like I own a brokerage, but we don't recruit. I don't care about agent count or office count. You're not going to see any awards from us for top producing realtor of the year and me handing a shiny little trophy to one of my 300 people that I didn't actually watch the deals they were doing. We actually strategize on pricing, marketing, and negotiation as an actual company. We have a Navy SEAL team of experts that cover a large territory in every asset class, which again is very weird. So I think I'm a little bit qualified to speak on this topic. Not only that, I sat on professional standards for years, brokerage advisory and MLS advisory committees to raise the standard in our industry because I was incredibly frustrated with what I was dealing with on a day-to-day basis. One massive change we made when I was on professional standard is we implemented a fast fine system. So if an agent booked is showing at your house and doesn't show up, it's an immediate fine. And that fine actually escalates until they reach disciplinary. So we're actually looking to make change in the industry. Now let's talk about the topic at hand. So Real Estate Magazine, which is one of my favorite real estate magazines. I'm also an op-ed writer for it. So shout out to Andrew and the whole team. They run a phenomenal magazine. Dropped an article in January about how centralized MLS for Ontario takes shape and most boards are moving to Prop TX. Now, if you're brand new to real estate or you're a consumer, let me explain what that means. If I look at Southwestern Ontario, which is our territory, there's essentially 3 different data feeds that work to create the MLS that you see on realtor.ca. There's TREB, there would be Sarnia, and now Chatham-Kent, and there's also one called ITSO. The 3 different boards do not share information. Think about each board as a hose with water in it connecting to a massive pipeline. The main pipeline would be realtor.ca, which plugs in all of the pipelines. The problem is if you're a licensed real estate agent that's just in the Sarnia market and you're not on TREB, you don't have access to all of the data that is coming down that pipeline. So if a London agent decides to list a property in Sarnia, you don't see it on your board. Not only that, if you set up a portal for your buyers and they list a property in your market, your buyers won't see that data. Same thing is true if you look at the ITSO market versus TREB. And I think this is one of the shifts that we see happening in this article is they are basically saying everybody's moving to Prop TX or TREB, which is the largest board in all of Southwestern Ontario. Now, Sarnia and Chatham just linked up because they are kind of in proximity to each other. Now they're sharing data. Our brokerage is actually a part of all 3 boards because our territory actually covers from Kitchener to Sarnia, all this way down. We have a Chatham office, we have an Exeter office, we have a London office, we operate in Grand Bend, St. Thomas, Port Stanley. We have market leaders in every market that are actual experts and know the area. And then we have asset class experts. Very important if you're a consumer watching this or even a brand new agent that if you're working with somebody in your market, they better know that market, they better know that asset class and actually be an expert in what you're trying to transact in. But back to the topic at hand. My biggest concern for the real estate industry is if these 3 boards do not get together and start sharing data, start sharing sold information and integrating, larger marketing websites that integrate all of the feeds are going to eat your lunch. They are creating better user experiences. They're going on these sites to get information that these boards simply cannot provide because they are not integrated. So I think one of the biggest ways that real estate agents are going to make themselves obsolete is to act like an island. Why are they doing this? I think primarily because they don't want out-of-town agents in their market transacting, and they think that being a gatekeeper of data is going to prevent that from happening. Newsflash, that ship has already sailed. Consumers don't pay us to tell them what the property next door sold for. They pay us to tell them why. And I think that the agents that are trying to be gatekeepers are already out of business. They just don't know it yet. Let me know if you agree with me, if you think we should all get on one board, or if you think we should stay separate. I'm so curious to hear what you have to say about this topic. Definitely jump in the comments and let me know what you think, if you agree, if you disagree. Again, I am an open book. I'm just here to try and elevate the industry.